Well, heading into this weekend, my expectations are to go out there and obviously run a complete race. I haven't run in 2 years because of one, I had knee surgery in 2019, and then two, in 2020, we had the pandemic. So haven't ran a single race in 2 years. So this is going to be my first time getting my feet wet, so to speak, before trials. And my expectations is just go out there and run a complete race and see what I need to work on. It's the first one in 2 years, so I'm not expecting a world record. I'm expecting to go out there and run something semi decent and just build on that. I've been running since I was 18 and I think 19 at a pro level. And I've been professional since 20. And so, I've been pro for 15 years. So
Wow.
I'm 35. So I've been pro for a long time. Um, yeah, and I've been with Andreas for 12 of those years. Well, I feel like the reason why me and Andreas's coach athlete relationship works out so well is because, we always we can talk about anything. We talk about, literally politics, family, anything under the sun I can talk to Andreas about. And, like when I come to practice, he's like, the first thing he asks me is, how do you feel? How do we feel today? And then we warm up. And if we feel good, we do plan A. And if we don't feel so good, we do plan B. And it's just been like that for years now, because athletes, you don't always feel your best. And sometimes you can push through, but, I'm much older now. I'm at an advanced training age. And so at the moment, if I'm not feeling great, then we do plan B. His training aspect has definitely evolved over the course of my career. When I first started out, I was doing a lot of base, a lot of reps. And as I've gotten older, I don't need as many reps because I've been doing it for, 15 years. So, I don't need as many reps anymore. I just need to pretty much wake the body up and let it know, hey, we can still do this. It still works. And so that's pretty much what I do now. Like we don't do anywhere near the amount of volume as I used to do when I was 20 years old. I'm 35 years old now. So like doing that amount of volume would probably net me injured. So, we try to stay away from doing too much, but just enough. It's like a sweet spot, so to speak. I think what sets champions apart from the rest when you're going into an Olympic year or a world championship year is just mindset. Like you have a goal and you work towards that goal, and whatever happens. You can't really worry about the person next to you on either side. You just have to go out there and run your own race. And at the end of the day, wherever you get, you get. And like, you have to be confident in your training and confident in the process because you don't win everything. It's just that's the nature of it. Like someone's going to be at a different phase of their training than you are, and you have to just run within your limits for the time being. And then as you advance forward, and you get better and better, then you start picking people off. But for me, it was just us literally it was just literally us telling ourselves, hey, we trained really hard. And for me, like I would run great in training in 2012, especially. And so I would just tell myself, hey, this is just like a practice. And I would just take every meet as if it were a practice. And I ran great at practice. And so I ran great at the meet. I feel like the very beginning of my professional career, like people always told me, oh my God, you're going to be so great. And, you're going to be this, you're going to be that. And I hadn't accomplished it yet. I had the potential, but I hadn't quite accomplished it. And I got complacent and just being told, oh, you're so great. And then it came down to, 2011 where, people were telling me I'm so great, but I hadn't won any medals at that point. And I'm just like, man, what can I do that that can set myself apart? What do I need to do? So I really had to sit down and reevaluate myself, my training, my diet, just the basic things. Like,
Mhm.
I don't cut that rep off. Make sure you finish, do as much as you can within your limits. Make sure you're eating right, eating healthy. I got a nutritionist. Like I just got all this stuff that would make sure that I wasn't leaving anything to chance And that's how I really had my breakthrough. But at the beginning of my career, I did not do that. I was like, oh, well, I'm 21 years old. I'll just figure it out. I'm just going to run. I'm going to show up and whatever I get, I'm good enough to make it. And to be great, you have to be good enough, but you also have to work hard enough as well. Everyone at the end of the day is just as good as you are. They have all the talent or they're close to it. Some people are just born freak of natures. Um, but most of the people at the professional level are relatively close in talent level, and it's about who's put in the most work. At the end of the day, I mean, like I said, there are some outliers, like some people like Bolt. Like he's a freak of nature. Like I guess you consider myself a freak of nature because I broke the world record, I guess. But like there are some people out there that are just different, and once they put their mind to it, they go out there and they do great. Well, my goals for this season are to go out there and make it to the Olympic trials and then make the team. That's always the goal. Like it doesn't matter what you place at the trials as long as you're on the team, because then you get a shot at Olympic gold. But like I haven't run in X amount of years, and so I'm being a realist. And realistically, like I might not run well into the trials. That's just the nature of it. But I'm not going to let any defeat that I take moving into the trials deter me, because I know the main goal is to make the team. And then once you've made the team, then you can focus on winning a medal. But you have to make the team first. And like you have one day to show up and run well. And if you fail to run fast on that one day or run top three caliber on that one day, then you don't make the team. And then your Olympic dream is over. So the first things first is to make the team. And so you have to, come top three at our trials. And once I've done that, then I'll focus on, trying to sharpen up as best I can prior to the Olympics. But first things first, to make the team. Well, from a competition standpoint, I mean, or from me retiring it down the line and passing the torch on to someone else standpoint, I feel like America as a whole is in a good standing. Like we have a lot of up and coming talent that are running well and fast, and they're young, and the sky's the limit for these athletes. Um, but from a fan's perspective, I feel like we need more turnout. We need people to come to the meets, and we need people to support us. Granted, we are in a pandemic, and I do understand, but hey, we can go outside without masks on now if we are fully vaccinated. So, with that being said, get vaccinated, come out and support track and field. Like we are super popular in Europe, and it would be great to have that same popularity here in the States. I think we're like the second or third most popular sport in Europe, and that's why a lot of us go to Europe to make money and make a living, because it's just not shown enough here in the States. And it would be great to showcase us other than once every 4 years for the Olympic Games, because they see us at the Olympic Games. They're like, oh, track and field, it's only once every 4 years. So that's false. We have a world championships every other year. And then we have one dead year and then the Olympic year, or whatever the case may be. So, and then there's always something going on. There's always a Diamond League circuit, or whatever the case may be, continental tour, whatever, there's always something going on. And there's athletes out there that are competing all year long and, every year. So I really feel like we can improve on um, exposure in that regard. So if sound running can can build on their vision, I feel like it's great for the sport. I feel like we need this for the sport. We definitely need more exposure. We need people to watch us. We need to be seen. We need to be heard. Our stories need to be told. And like everyone has a story, and everybody is an athlete. Essentially, everyone's an athlete. I mean, people sitting at home that go out and run every day are athletes as well. They just don't know it yet. A lot of the times, us as athletes, we're not paid what we need to be paid to continue to do this sport. Track and field is a very hard sport, and we're not paid anywhere near where we need to be paid. Even great athletes aren't paid as enough. Like I'm pretty sure that an athlete like Allison Felix isn't making what a LeBron James, what a Kobe Bryant was making, what a Serena Williams is making. These are athletes that are on the same caliber, that have done great and amazing things, yet they're not paid as if they've done these amazing things, because we're just runners. But we're more than just runners. Hi, I'm Aries Merritt, and I would like you guys to tune in Friday and Saturday for Under the Lights coverage. You pay $5.99 to watch live, and the proceeds go towards athletes' prize money. I'll be on ESPN Saturday, so tune in at 11 a.m.